Cal Gadban, 43, sadly took his own life on Sunday, September 28th. He was a highly ranked police officer in Ottawa. He was found in his office and it is believed that he shot himself. Gadban is survived by his wife and 3 children. But even more devastating, this isn't the end. Ottawa police intervened in another incident also on Sunday. A veteran officer threatened to hurt himself. He has now been taken care of in a hospital. This relates to civics because this is only starting to become a problem in the OPP police. This is our government's responsibility and it should be taken care of.
On September 26, 2014, Ottawa residents take an aerial tour for $40 to support a local charity. This relates to civics because the community is coming together more informed and as active citizens.
My co-anchor to give you a small weather report. Polly, what would you say?
I'd say it's about chilly.
Yeah? It's a nice evening to go for a walk, actually. Well, the sky's looking pretty nice and pink, and our local farmer's out tonight. Oh, here he comes now. For your global weekly news update, on Wednesday, September 24th in New York, Leonardo DiCaprio was given the position to say a speech on climate change, stating his opinion to the United Nations. This relates to civics because there is a Green Party pushing the Charter of Right to have the freedom to live in a green, safe, clean environment.
In provincial news, a 17-year-old student was killed in St. Catharines, Ontario, Friday the 26th of September. The student attended Beamsville Secondary School and was on a co-op placement when he was hit by a front-end loader at the recycling yard. Police are not releasing the boy's name on the family's request. This relates to civics because he was hit by another person on the working site and is being investigated. He was not supposed to be working yet, but being trained at the school.
In local news, on September 23, 2014, a 34-year-old woman, mentally ill, was rushed to the hospital after being found lying on the 401, going towards Gananoque. This relates to civics because in the Charter of Rights, it states that we all have to be treated with equality, even with a mental disability.
In provincial news, Brooklyn Harbour Ridge was found after an overnight search on September 28, 2014. She was found near a cornfield, a hike away from the farm that she lives on. She was 2 years old and was just wandering around when her parents lost track of her. She was found crying and was very happy to be home. She is in amazing medical condition and will be okay. This relates to civics because the community got together and formed a search party for Brooklyn. I am here with Brooklyn and her father Drew, and I'm here to discuss Brooklyn's disappearance. How are you, Brooklyn?
Good.
How are you, Drew?
I'm relieved.
It's good. So I was just wondering if I could ask you some questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's mighty fine.
Okay, good. So where were you at the time of her disappearance?
I was in my tractor doing some farm work, and where she was last playing in her little sandbox, she wasn't there, so I started to panic.
Okay, so how are you feeling when she was found?
I felt relieved that I know she did too, because she was gone for the short period of time that she was, and that really upset me because she wasn't there, and it just kind of got lonely with her little snuggles.
Okay, so I have some questions for you, Brooklyn. Is that okay? Alright, good. So what were you thinking about when you ran away?
I just wanted to go find some game cards in the cornfield.
Okay, and how did you feel when the scarecrows weren't there?
I felt really scared because it was all dark with corn trees.
Corn trees, huh? That's a new one.
She's homeschooled.
Okay, so Brooklyn, how are you feeling when you were found?
Good. I got to go home and see my little guinea pig named Penny.
Penny the guinea pig. Good, good. Alright. Thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful life.
Okay, let's go. We got to go. Come on.
This week, for your national news update, we have a story from Newfoundland. On Thursday, September 25th, at about 7:50 p.m., a boy was at a soccer skills camp with over 100 people there and got stabbed in the neck by a 19-year-old man named Nicholas Lehman. The boy was hospitalized, and the man was found shortly after he fled from the scene in his car nearby. The police said the person who stabbed the boy would have had to have been from the stands, but investigators have not yet released if the victim and suspect knew each other prior to the event. Mayor Ken McDonald said in the interview later on, "It's hard to believe that an 11-year-old child could provoke or do something to an individual to have him do this." He said, "It makes you wonder." Mayor McDonald also sent his prayers and thoughts with the family. He also stated in an interview, "It could have been much more tragic," he said. "I do understand the individual is in the hospital. He has lost a lot of blood, but is still in serious but stable condition."
So how are you, Brooklyn? Good. How are you, True?
I'm relieved.
That's good, that's good. Oh, I have some questions to ask you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's good. Okay. So,
Stop lying, you.
I'm just gonna go outside. Yeah. Door open. Yeah, don't.
Destroy history, affecting in religion, Destroy history, affecting in religion,